The morgue. Midnight shift darkness swallowed the hospital, leaving only the faint hum of distant machines. At this hour, the building felt abandoned, silent, lifeless. But in one room, the concept of life and death blurred. Inside the morgue, Adam sat at his desk, flipping through patient files. He had worked here for years, long enough for death to become nothing more than routine. He didn't believe in ghosts or the supernatural. To him, the morgue was just another workplace, but that night changed everything. The air was unusually cold, not the kind of chill from malfunctioning heaters, but a deeper, unnatural cold that seeped into his bones. A damp, musty smell filled the air, like old graves. Then suddenly, the power went out. Darkness engulfed the room. Adam sighed, pulling out his phone to use the flashlight, but to his shock, it was dead. That was impossible. He had charged it fully before starting his shift. Then a sound, a faint, wheezing breath, low, raspy, and disturbingly close. He froze. It wasn't coming from inside the storage units. It was right behind him. Bummed. The lights flickered back on, and Adam's soul nearly left his body. All the corpses in the room were sitting upright on their tables, their heads tilted, their eyes half open, and on their pale, lifeless faces was a single, chilling expression. A smile. Not a peaceful smile, not a smile of relief, but a cold, mocking grin, as if they knew something he didn't. His breath hitched. His body refused to move. He wanted to scream, but his voice was trapped in his throat. Shaking, he whispered verses from the Quran under his breath. Then, the power cut out again. This time, it wasn't just darkness that filled the room. It was something else. A presence. Soft footsteps, a rustling noise, a slow, painful groan. Adam felt it. Someone was standing behind him. Then a voice. A low, breathy whisper, directly in his ear. Adam, don't turn around. His heart nearly stopped. His limbs refused to obey. He wanted to run, but his legs were frozen in place. But curiosity was stronger than fear. Slowly, ever so slowly, he turned his head. And they were there. All of them. The corpses had risen from their tables, forming a circle around him, and worse of all, one of the faces was familiar. It was Ibrahim, his former colleague. The man who had died in a car crash 3 months ago. He sat on the nearest table, his eyes locked onto Adam's. But the most horrifying part? He was smiling, not a human smile. Something far, far worse. Adam felt the world spinning. His chest tightened. He couldn't breathe. Then, darkness struck again. Not just a blackout. It felt like the light itself had been sucked out of existence, and in that endless void, he heard them. Hundreds of voices whispering in unison. Don't let them bring us back. Don't let them bring us back. Don't let them bring us back. And then a hand touched his shoulder. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. He tried to run. But his body wouldn't move, and when the lights finally returned, the corpses were lying down again. Except for one, Ibrahim. He wasn't smiling anymore. He was crying. Tears streaked his cold, lifeless face, but he didn't move. Adam ran. He didn't care where, he just ran. But as he burst through the morgue doors, he realized something horrifying. The hospital was empty. The halls were silent. It was as if time itself had stopped, but he knew one thing for certain. This wasn't a nightmare. It was real. Trembling, he grabbed his phone. To his shock, it was working again. He checked the time, 2 a.m., exactly when the nightmare had begun. The next morning, Adam quit his job. He never set foot in that hospital again. But something had changed in him. He started hearing voices at night. He started seeing faces in the windows, even though he lived on the 5th floor. And a week later, they found him in his apartment, sitting in the corner, eyes wide open, dead. Next to him, his phone lay on the floor. Its screen lit up. One missed call from an unknown number. At exactly 2 a.m.,